This week I want to talk about Firefly. If you haven't heard of Firefly, it was an outrageously short-lived TV show from 2002 created by Joss Whedon. It has only 13 episodes and a movie that functions as a sequel to the television show. You should totally watch it, and I'm going to tell you why. Before explaining why this is so great, let's spend some time talking about why it got canceled so quickly. And this first part is not 100% confirmed, but this is a story that I was able to cobble together by doing a bunch of research and stuff. So the story that I have heard is that Firefly was greenlit, and then the executive that approved the show was let go, and the new executive, in an effort to justify the transition, made sure the show was a failure. Again, this is not confirmed, but it does sort of line up with what we know happened, which is that the episodes were aired out of order and on Friday nights. And this is a terrible decision for a couple reasons, first of which being that Friday night is the death slot for a TV show, especially if your core demographic might be in their 20s, say, because, you know. Secondly, the show's pilot was the last episode to ever air, and this was a serialized TV show. Not to the extent that a lot of TV shows are now, but still, things built on previous events and character interactions. So yeah, the show didn't catch on and was pretty expensive to make, so it was canceled very quickly. Now on to why you should watch it. If you've ever had a friend who just wants to watch everything Nathan Fillion is in or calls everything shiny, yeah, this show's the reason for that. So if you get your mixing pot and you throw in some sci-fi and then mix in a healthy amount of Western, what do you get?
Welcome to Westworld.
Okay, yes, but before that...
Draw.
Damn it, after that one.
I do the job. And then I get paid. Go run your little world.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, so this show is awesome. The premise is that Earth has been depleted of all of its resources, and humanity has left to terraform and colonize a bunch of different planets. Nathan Fillion's character, Malcolm Reynolds, and Gina Torres' character, Zoe, fought in a failed revolution against a new government called the Alliance and now captain a small ship with a crew trying to eke out a living through some smuggling jobs and the like. They pick up some passengers along the way with their own motivations, and we're off. The show's setting allows them to hop between some full-on sci-fi worlds and some more Pioneer Town-style planets quite frequently, as the technological difference between planets is built into the narrative connected to the wealth of the planet they're currently on. This allows for a decent amount of diversity in the types of stories told through Firefly's episodes, ranging from some Old West-style shootouts to heists to floating through space as the ship runs out of fuel. The flow of the series is consistently strong and stems from the fun, likable, and dynamic characters who all grow and change in pretty subtle ways throughout the series and communicate through Joss Whedon's trademark snappy dialogue. The series was also a major launching pad for a lot of these people. You'll probably recognize Gina Torres from all sorts of stuff like Suits, Hannibal, and Westworld. Alan Tudyk's in there as the Hawaiian shirt-wearing pilot. Nathan Fillion is sort of a demigod of geekdom at this point. He's appeared in a series of unfortunate events, seems to voice Green Lantern a whole lot, starred in Castle, and voiced and modeled fan-favorite Halo character Buck. Fun fact about Halo ODST, the main squad is voiced almost entirely by Firefly actors. Summer Glau went on to star in the Sarah Connor Chronicles and held a decently important recurring role on Arrow. And then there's Marina Baccarin, you know, Vanessa from the Deadpool movies. Yeah, she's here too. And of course there's Joss Whedon, and he's done a decent amount before this, but the show is really his baby. He went on to direct a couple other movies. They weren't that big of a deal, just a couple of indie things that you probably did never see, you know, whatever. He was also a screenwriter on Toy Story in the 90s. I did not know that until last week. But yeah, this show's just a great time. You have two grizzled war veterans turned into Han Solo types, a goofy pilot, an asshole who sometimes isn't an asshole, an old preacher, a kind-hearted, sometimes awkward mechanic, a stuck-up doctor and his troubled sister, and a space prostitute flying around having adventures in a spaceship that looks like a lightning bug, and forming this dysfunctional family unit. It's some really great stuff, and often goes in directions you would not expect. And then we come to Serenity. You see, there was such a big demand from the admittedly small fan base for more Firefly that Joss Whedon and Universal decided to make a big screen continuation of the series. Now, it was meant to be the first of a trilogy, but sadly it underperformed at the box office, ruining any chances of that. That being said, it does provide a lot of closure and serves as a fitting finale to the story anyway. Serenity is a lot darker than Firefly was in a lot of moments, but it still largely carries the tone and the emotion over from the TV show. And Serenity is a pretty essential piece of Firefly, in my opinion, and was also the first movie Joss Whedon ever directed. As such, it's possible that without this, we may never have gotten this in the way that we did, which in turn could mean that we never got here at all. Pretty weird to think about. I don't want to dive into too much detail about the plot or anything because I don't want to ruin it, but this show and movie provide a really great story and excellent world building in a pretty unique setting. Just give it a watch and see if it's something you like. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know if you've watched this show before and what you think about it. If you had a good time with the video, please consider subscribing and giving it a like maybe. And with that, I will see you guys next Thursday. Peace.